I'm so excited today. I'm excited. You can see our table is filled with footwears. Welcome to 28 Sport Show here on TV Sapiencia. It's always a pleasure and honor to be here. My name is Oma. You're very sweet on radio, TV, and social media. And I've got with me Boobae Creative. I was able to capture her name. Boobae Creative. I mean, this is the first time I captured someone's name just to show you how important you are. She is the CEO of Boobae Creative. I mean, she's the one that made all this. Like, these are her handwork. Like, she makes shoes. She calls herself a leather therapist. Yeah. That's the English word. But we know them as shoemakers. Like, she makes all this. She makes shoes. This is unisex, right?
Yes, unisex. But this is a male size.
Male size. But female, I've seen females wear this.
Females can wear it if
they can rock it, right?
If you're as bad as me, you can rock it.
So, Boobae, let's get into what inspired you. I mean, this is a male-dominated field.
Yeah.
There are just few females who are into shoemaking business. Like, you can even count. In Anambra State, how many are you up to 10? I doubt. Are you?
We should, but people that are actually projecting themselves are not much.
Are not much, right?
Yeah.
So, what inspired you? First of all, what did you study in school?
I studied microbiology.
Where did you graduate from?
Microbiology University of Agriculture.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Nice.
From Nice here?
Yes.
Wow. Microbiology, shoemaking, what is the correlation? Yes.
There's no correlation, but what brought me here is my quest for success.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what actually brought me here.
What inspired you? Why shoemaking?
Actually, I never knew I was going to do this, but through divine inspiration, I was able to discover myself and what I was actually born to be. Okay. And that is what I'm doing.
Growing up, have you always loved the art of shoemaking? Like, have you ever, like, played with making shoes?
No.
Not at all.
But one thing I know I love is construction.
Construction.
I want to create. I always want to create. I always want to construct. So, growing up, I've always seen myself as an engineer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you would have read engineering?
Yes. If I was given the permission.
You were given the... And speaking about permission, whose permission are we talking about here?
My parents, actually. Being a smart kid, they wanted me to be a medical doctor or a pharmacist. Okay. But I never saw myself in that angle. All I knew is that I was smart. I can read, I can understand, I write exams, I pass very well. But then, I never thought, you know, I could actually do medicine and surgery. And that was
it wasn't flowing
at all. That was when I ventured into studying microbiology. It was very difficult for me to cope.
Really?
I passed. I came out with a flying colors,
but you were not enjoying it. And you know, a lot of young people, teenagers, are studying what they are not enjoying.
It's true. Plenty of them. Yeah, much.
But how were you able to finally find out what you love doing? How were you able to convince your parents? Because, you know, a lot of teenagers are watching us. Yeah. And a lot of teenagers could be in these same shoes you just explained right now. Yeah. So how can they navigate to really convince their parents to allow them do that thing?
Okay, the first thing you should do is making sure that what you're about to convince your parents that you want to do is actually what you are meant to do. Okay. That is discovering your purpose first, discover who you want to be so that you can actually speak with confidence. Because I knew when my dad, I was struggling with him and all of that, he saw the confidence in me. I think that was why at a point he had to give up and allow me to do what I actually wanted to do. So if you actually have the confidence and you're sure that what you are doing is what you are called to do, convincing them is not a problem.
Right.
They will see the confidence in you and they will hands up. Yeah.
Okay, now let's get into the shoemaking business. Like, which year did you start?
I started fully 2019.
2019.
Yeah, but the whole idea creation started 2016.
2016?
That was after I left school. Yeah.
Okay, when you graduated?
When I graduated, yes.
And was it so clear for you that you were going to, that it's shoemaking?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, because I could remember, you know, having a trance and I saw myself with tape and pattern paper, the brown paper that tell us make shoes of.
You know, when you talk about trans, a lot of persons may not even understand trans. Like, it's like, you know, sometimes people may not understand that you could be on your own, you could just close your eyes, and there could be a flash.
Yes, it happens.
A flash of the future.
It happens, but it doesn't happen to common people.
Yeah.
So you have to be divinely connected before you can actually have that kind of experience.
Right.
Though I think most people have it. Let me just say everybody do experience it, but for you to understand that this is actually what is happening to you, you have to be divinely connected before you can actually understand. Yeah, even mad people see visions.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They don't really understand what they are saying.
Exactly.
That's why most times they talk and they talk about what will happen. So it takes someone that has the discernment spirit to actually get what the person is talking about.
Let's look at shoemaking industry. What are the prospects for a young person in Nigeria?
The prospect is high.
Okay.
The industry is very lucrative. It's a place that everybody can try because fashion is something that everybody is glued to. Okay. No one can ever go out of fashion. Will keep wearing shoes. Nobody will wake up tomorrow and say, I want to walk on barefoot. It's not possible. So people will keep wearing footwear. So you see, no matter how you think that the industry is getting saturated, that a whole lot of people are making shoes, we can't make the shoes that everybody in the whole universe will wear. So the market is broad, and anybody who is willing to come in can actually come in. And you are determined, you will survive in it. Amazing. Now let's take a look at some of these shoes. Like, what does it take? I've looked at this. Is this pure leather? Yes, 100% skin. You made this yourself? From the scratch. From the scratch? We constructed the sole, everything. We drafted the pattern and we coupled it. Now, let's see. This, what does it take? What does it entail from start to finish? It doesn't take much. As a matter of fact, once you have your pattern, your shoe is ready. I keep telling you. You draw patterns too? Yes. So before you make any shoe, you must draw a pattern. From the sole pattern to the upper pattern. That one, is it for males? Yeah, this is male. I like this. So fine. Like, how much is this one? This one is 15,000. Wow. And it's original leather? Pure skin. Wow. I used to tell people I don't compromise. I used to, but I no longer do that. The moment I know where I'm heading to, I no longer do that. Now, let's talk about this compromising on quality. Yeah. You know, a lot of businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, probably because of the inflation, because of what's happening in the market, instead of giving quality, they try to compromise. How does it hurt a business? Most times you don't blame the makers or the entrepreneurs involved. It comes as a result of pressure from the clients. I once experienced it. Okay, tell us about it. But I had to stand on my ground because I know I want to take the brand I'm building to somewhere. Okay. Do you get? So most times clients will come, I want this at 10,000. Already the value is 15,000. And for the producer to meet up with, let's say, the cost of production and also having a profit after the production, the person will have to come low. Okay. Because there are materials that looks like 100% skin leather, but they are not. Looking at them, you feel they are not, but they are not. So they'll prefer to go for that one. So at the end of the day, they will actually have a profit for themselves. So it's pressure from clients, from the end consumers, that makes most producers to do. That's what they do in Aba. They just want to push the products into the market so that people can buy it. Is they after turnover, like turnover. I know one person in Abuja, a shoe costs in dollars. He's a Nigerian, but he sells his footwear in dollars. Wow. Yes, a shoe costs about $100. So if in a month he makes only that $100, he's okay because he's giving out quality. His value first. But most end consumers don't understand that value. I don't even understand it. they don't understand the value. No, there is this joy that comes with you buy a footwear, and after 2 years, you are still looking at the footwear. It doesn't spoil. Are you telling me, Boobae? Are you telling me that if I soak this shoe, this slippers inside of water, nothing will happen to it? Nothing will happen to it. Because of the leather material? Of course. Wow. Wow. Oh. I think most of the testimonies I get from clients that the shoe you made for me 2 years ago, I still wear them.
Wow.
Do you understand? So they're actually beginning to understand the value for the money they paid for the footwear.
Wow. Now looking at you, a young girl, a young person in this business of shoemaking. Now, can you compare when you started the industry, when you started and now? What's the difference?
Of course, there's a very big difference. There's a very big difference. We've improved. Like, we've improved.
What are the areas of improvement?
In terms of structures,
okay,
in terms of markets, in terms of clients, we've improved.
Okay.
And in terms of the quality of our products, these were not the things we were making before now.
Wow. Wow.
So when we started, it was, let me not use the word horrible, but then as a beginner, I wish I have pictures of the first products I made. But I look at them and I smile. It encourages me. It tells me that you've come far.
You've come a long way.
You've come a long way.
Now, what skills should a budding shoemaker acquire? What skills should they acquire? A male, a female, what skills should they acquire?
Should we call them skills or be inbuilt characters?
Whatever you call them, just let us know. The things that are helping you thrive, let us know.
Okay, the number one thing is discipline.
Okay.
Is discipline, because I already sat myself down. Like, I became the manager of myself even before I became a CEO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I sat myself down. I told myself, if this is the path you want to take, you have to sit down and do it. So discipline is the main, because it's only discipline that can help you to be consistent. Without discipline, you can't thrive in this. So that is the number one thing. Then another thing is knowing how to manage your finance.
Okay.
Yes, is a very big problem for entrepreneurs, because we feel like we are making money. So once you step out there, you see something, you already squandering
you have
the
money.
You feel, yeah.
I'm telling you
the truth. There was a time I made that mistake. The first 2 years, I felt any money that comes into my business is my own money. Until I began to understand that there's an aspect of being called finance. So I began to study finance. Even without being a banking or whatever, I started studying about finance, how to manage my money, how to break the accounts into different accounts.
Wow.
So immediately a client is making payments, I'm already dividing the percentages and I'm putting it into the different accounts it should go in to avoid, you know, I'm
telling you. And at the end of the day, you start looking for your money.
So it's
and
time
you keep
for
investing
exactly,
without having profit.
Without having anything. It's time for you to grow, but you can't grow. Because there's no money for you to grow. The fact is that in business, for that business to grow, money must be involved. Even if you don't start with any capital, because sometimes motivational speakers will tell us you don't need capital to start a business. A point will come where you need the capital, and that's the point of growth. Because you can't grow without the money.
Now, how were you able to get the capital for your business?
It's family.
Okay.
Family.
Still your father?
No. not him at all. I have a very benevolent sister,
okay.
First daughter. So she helped me a lot. She was there to support, in as much as we had our glitches and all of that, because she wanted me to do nursing as well. But then she still supported me. Okay.
So how do they feel seeing you right now?
Everybody is happy. Like, everybody is happy. They're proud to call me their sister.
Is there any proud moment from your dad?
Why not? Why not? He will be like my last born in a more formal.
Are you serious?
You know, that kind of fatherly words and all of that. Yeah.
And you make shoes. You make the shoes he wears.
Of course. Although now he doesn't go out because of health issues. But when he was, all of his footwear is Boobae.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So to a young person who is watching us right now, who wants to get into the business of shoemaking, I mean, just take a look at the shoes. You know, I was actually talking to you about the heels.
Foreign heel,
like the foreign, I mean, these are the kind of heels you go to a supermarket and you're like,
with
it's
the
foreign.
Light and everything.
It's foreign. Like it's foreign.
Yeah.
It's foreign. And how do you source your materials?
Okay. We actually source from different markets.
Okay.
We source from Lagos. We source from China. We source from Aba.
Like you import.
Yes, we import.
And these ones you import, that's why it's more expensive.
More expensive. Yeah, because it's not easy to import all of this from them. So, but whenever we can't get across all of this, we can buy from Aba or Onitsha.
Okay.
We have importers in Onitsha.
Okay.
So once they import, we buy from them.
All right. So a young person who is watching us right now and who wants to take this leap of faith into shoemaking, what and what should he or she have in mind?
Number one, you have to be diligent.
Diligent.
Like, I can't stop hammering on discipline.
Discipline.
I don't know why. Yes, you just have to discipline. Like, be disciplined. Tell yourself you can do this. No matter what, tell yourself you can do this. And you see yourself thriving in it. So, discipline yourself. Have growth in mind. Don't picture a year. Picture 5 years, 10 years. See yourself in the next decade. Where will I see myself? Draw the picture. Like I told someone the other day, I told the person, I have a structure of my business. I have 5 stages. I'm in the 3rd stage now. I have 2 more to go. So until I get to that 5th stage, I'm not going to stop. And if at the 5th stage, it happens to be a 6th, I will climb. Yeah, so...
Because there's always a higher height.
Of course.
There's never a benchmark.
There's never a benchmark at all. There's never a benchmark.
Now, why you talked about don't have 1 year in mind? Why is it that young people, for example, you've been in the, I've asked you, when did you start? You told me you started 2016, right? But fully officially 2019. Now, from 2019 till now is how many years? Roughly 5 years,
5 years,
thereabouts. Okay. And you've been monitoring yourself. Why is it that young people are always in a hurry? You see somebody who establishes a business within a year or 2 years, they want to, is it about the name CEO or MD? Is it about the name that they don't want to put in the work?
We all want to be the bosses. Like, we just want to be the boss. I've had trainees that will come, they will pay for 6 months, in 3 months they're already leaving to go and start up their own.
Wow.
And I'll ask myself, why? You've not even learned everything. Because in this business, I keep telling them, outside the skill, there's the business of the skill, which is more important than, you know, cutting the leather and coupling the shoe. If you don't learn the business of it, you won't thrive. So they're just too quick to see themselves owning a shop, and but it doesn't end there. It doesn't just end at owning a shop. If you own the shop, can you manage it? Can you manage your staff? You've not even studied about customer relationship, how to handle your employees and all of that. It all comes in. So it's just the rush, you know, for them to become the... And most times, once they see you growing, they feel like you are already making money. They need to start making their own money.
But what can be done to, because from all indication, this character is destroying the business, is destroying young people. Yeah. Obviously. What can we do so that this character of I've arrived? You know, I was in a seminar recently, a women's seminar recently. Yeah. I don't know whether it's about creatives. You know, this lady is a fashion designer, okay? She said this exact same words, that you have someone, you're training someone, within a space of 3 months to 4 months, the person leaves you. Like, the person wants to become CEO. The person wants to become, if you look at the person's Facebook, you see CEO. So what can young people, how can they help themselves to stop these surface things?
I think that's where mentorship comes in. Okay. I think that's
do you have a mentor?
Of course I do. That's where mentorship comes in, and is the job of your mentor to groom you. Okay. To teach you all of these. So it's good to catch them earlier. And that's why I want to venture into community services by going to secondary schools. Oh, wow. To teach them entrepreneurship and what it is all about. Beautiful. So that if tomorrow a child is leaving secondary school and you want to go into entrepreneurship, you have in mind that it's not a glamorous journey. So someone needs to guide me. There's no way you misbehave under someone's guidance. It's not possible. So mentorship will play a very big role in grooming these ones. Once they have that prior knowledge that this is what entrepreneurship is all about, once they come to learn the skill, they will bend down and learn.
Right?
Yes.
Now, what would you say were the things that pushed you? Like, you talked about the God factor.
Yeah.
Can you emphasize more on that?
Of course, I can. God is a human being. Like the way I see him as my father that I can't do without. So when it was time for me to take the next step, I had to consult him. That was when I started reading the Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. It's a 40 days course. So I had to take it one day after the other, and on the 30th day, that was when I had the trance I had. So having God in one's life is very important. I don't know how other people survive without him, but me, I don't think I can. So most times, when it's getting tough, he keeps telling me he will make it. So once I hear the voice, I'm relaxed. So no matter what the economy is playing around and all of that, I'm not shaking. Yeah, I have the confidence that if he actually started this with me, then I'll get to the top.
Amazing. Such confidence in God. So what's the future for you? What's the future for Boobae Creatives? Where do you see Boobae Creatives?
Okay, like I said earlier, we are at the third stage of my growth plan. And we have 2 more to go. Okay, maybe I should just list the stage and the stages. The first stage, I tagged it my father's house.
Oh, you need to release a book on that. Are you planning on it?
I think I should do
you
that
should do that.
So my father's house, I actually started there.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the time I was training people in my father's house.
Wow.
And when it was time for me to leave to get a shop, I did. That was the shop.
Where is your shop located?
Now we are currently at Aroma.
Okay.
Oka.
Okay. Are you planning to move?
Of course.
Okay.
That's when we enter the company level.
Oh, like an industrial plaza?
Yes.
Amazing.
So when I entered the shop level, it was just a very small space. Now I'm at the office level.
Aha.
So I have the company and the industry to go.
Amazing. Such big dreams. Such big dreams.
So until we get to that industry level, I don't think we are stopping. So Boobae is moving.
It's moving and it's growing. I love that. I love that. What advice do you have to young ladies who may want to, young ladies and guys who may want to get into any form of business, not just shoemaking, but specifically, let's start with shoemaking business.
Okay, the first thing I'll have to tell them is, it's not easy anywhere at all. It's not easy. So that's why you have to discipline yourself first. Discover who you are and who you want to be. Once you discover you, then work on you.
Okay.
Do that you know that you can do, and you see yourself thriving. So entrepreneurship generally is not easy. It's not easy anywhere. If anybody tells you it's easy, that means there's something
all
else.
over the social media.
Social media is just trending, you know.
A lot of persons are saying 9 to 5, I quit. If you go, are you on LinkedIn? Like if you're on LinkedIn, I quit my 9 to 5 job and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. But hearing from you, who's an entrepreneur, telling young people that you need to put in the work, you need to discipline yourself, that entrepreneur is not, you're walking on the road, you pick some money.
It's not like that. There are days you will cry.
Really?
You will cry blood.
Like an entrepreneur, do you work, sometimes when people are working for others, they find it difficult when they have to stretch themselves or maybe they have to work extra hours. As an entrepreneur, please, can you explain to us what it means to work extra hours?
I overstretch. Most times people around me are begging me to rest. But I keep telling them it's not yet time. My resting time is coming. Do you get? Like currently we're handling a contract, 420 pieces of souvenir bags.
Wow.
Most time I have to sleep over in my working place just for me to meet up. So these are the things.
You?
Of course. So these are the things involved. That's why I said most time you cry blood. Sometimes after sitting for hours, I usually have back pains and all of that. And it's not easy. So unless you are not ready to do the work, please don't start it. If you are not ready, if you know you love soft life, just face the soft life.
A lot of persons think entrepreneurship is soft life.
It's not.
That the 9 to 5 job is the hardest part.
It's not. Both are not easy though. But well, it's a personal thing.
It's a personal choice, right?
Yeah, it depends on the perspective you see. Everybody mustn't be an entrepreneur. That's just the truth. Some people are called to be managers, and these ones are people that work for people. So that's where still purpose discovery comes in.
Okay.
If you know you're born to be a manager, look for an industry to attach yourself and help the industry to grow. You mustn't be the founder.
Okay. Okay. So it's more about finding what you're meant for.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just, I mean, these are amazing product from Boobae. She calls this one Boobae.ng.
Boobae Nigeria.
Boobae Nigeria, amazing.
Yeah, I didn't mention that earlier. We actually have a branch in Ghana.
Really?
Yeah, and we are planning to dive into other African countries.
You are not kidding me.
So most of our Ghana products will come with Boobae Ghana, like GH.
Wow.
So this is Boobae Nigeria.
Your dream is big. Yeah. What's the name of this one?
This is a Timberland shoe.
Timberland, yes.
Exactly,
my good. And you made it yourself?
Of course. We construct the soles, everything.
Amazing. And she actually makes belts.
Belts, yeah.
I mean, these are beautiful belts. Please, where again is your office?
It's at Aroma, just beside Graffield House.
Graffield House, Aroma. Yes. Okay. Definitely one of these days, anytime I enter Oka, I must come and pay you a visit. I will definitely come because I need to see your workshop myself. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And we definitely will keep following up on you. And we keep telling your story. And the beautiful part is the part where you said you want to make impact. You want to go to secondary schools, you want to teach them about entrepreneurship, and you want to recruit people like yourself, which is amazing. It's part of the Sustainable Development Goals, part of community development, ensuring that we develop our community. That's obviously Ebube Chukwu, Boobae Creative. She's actually on Facebook. I've already made a post about her. I've dropped her link. And, of course, you need to patronize her, right? She needs our patronage so that she can grow. She needs our patronage so that she can grow. And we'll keep supporting businesses because that is what it's all about, supporting businesses and helping young people, teenagers to know that if she can do it, you can do it. Everyone can do it. Thank you so much for coming through. We look forward to having you. I mean, we're going to do a lot of things together. Since you just told me that you're interested in secondary school, teenagers, I mean, we have a lot of programs, a lot of projects where we get teenagers involved, and you can as well talk to them and we'll recruit more of you. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. You have everything inside of you to be an amazing person. Yeah. Don't you ever let anything or anybody make you believe otherwise. Dream big. You're allowed to dream big and you will get to your dreams. My name is Oma. You're very sweet on social media, TV and radio. I love you. Bye-bye.